Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a little while since I showed my face here. I did about half of Vlogmas over on my second channel, so if you would like to see what I have been up to in December, I will have that channel linked down below. Today is the 26th of December, which means the new year is almost here, and I officially set up my 2023 planner. Now, this is the planner. I keep saying I'm going to do a walkthrough. I finally filmed it. This is the planner that I designed for 2023. It is available on Amazon now, and I planned, let me scoot over here. I went ahead and set up this planner for the new year. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a walkthrough of this planner. Also, I am very, very excited. If you have been following along on my channel for a while, you might know that I lost my wedding ring in our horse paddock this past year. Greg got me a beautiful new ring for Christmas, so I get to proudly display my ring in this video. So for the people who have asked me, have you gotten a new ring? I finally did. Greg got this for me for Christmas, and I'm absolutely in love with it. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into the planning video. Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me for my 2023 planner video. I have my lights on and this is a glossy cover, so it is a bit reflective, but this is the 2023 planner I designed. It has a nice spine here, pretty simple back cover. But yeah, I designed this for myself, and then I realized I think a lot of people could enjoy this. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of a flip through of it, and then we're gonna do some planning for 2023. So here is our simple year at a glance page. And I designed this planner so that it's kind of like a dual planner and bullet journal at the same time. So here's this. We had a year at a glance. Now these are kind of like month at a glance pages. These shaded boxes designate Saturday and Sunday. Really simple way to plan ahead for the year. 2023 goals. I'm looking forward to this page, and we have my goals listed here. There are 5 goals and then steps to take to achieve those goals. And then I have some blank dotted journal pages so that whatever you need in your journal, personal, unique, kind of custom spreads, you can do those on these dotted pages. I mean, assuming you want this journal. This is just how I designed it. And then I'm actually using a little bookmark here. These are just more blank pages, and I have a little bookmark, a little magnetic bookmark. My mom got me these for Christmas, a set of 4, and this works really well because I don't have a flag. So I'm gonna be using these magnetic bookmarks as an easy way to find the month I'm working at. So here we have January, and each month has its own little spread like this with a little, glance ahead. To-do list, bills, and notes, pretty self-explanatory. I built a habit tracker for each month with priorities and then a reflections box so that I can reflect back on the habits I really kept up with, habits that I, struggled to keep up with or decided not to keep up with. So that's what those boxes are for. And then we get into the weekly spreads. So this is the only spread that has 8 days, and that's just because of the way that I set this up. So we have the 1st through the 8th of January here, and then these are empty boxes. The way that I typically use my empty boxes would be for, there's typically gonna be 4 empty boxes, as you will see on this page. So now we have, I like my weeks to start on Monday. That's why I did 8 days in the previous spread. So Monday through Sunday with these 4 blank boxes. And I typically will do like things to do this week, my editing work. You guys probably know I'm a full-time editor, so I always track my editing projects and how many pages I need to do for each client. So things to do this week, editing work, typically upcoming or other little notes for myself, and then a box for income, because as a freelancer, I track my income and do my finances once a week. So you have your weekly boxes, but then also blank boxes, should somebody else want to pick this up and use it in, whatever way suits them. a reflections spread at the end of the month. I like reflecting back on each month and using this as a little bit of a diary or a journal as well, so that I can pick it up in a year or 2 years and see what I was up to. And then just blank pages, because again, you never know what you might need at the end of the month. And then that takes us into our next month. So that pattern repeats throughout the planner. More habit trackers. I like this green color scheme. I think it's really nice. That's for June. So yeah, once we get into these, you know, these weekly and monthly spreads, these are all just gonna repeat. This is a 12-month planner, January through December of 2023. And then at the very end of the planner, I really like this spread. So we have this year, achievements and struggles, a blank page, and then a couple extra blanks at the end. So again, I wanted to have some blank pages in here because for people who bullet journal, you know that the blank pages are nice because you never know what you're gonna need blank pages for. So every month has blank pages. There are blank pages at the end, and there are also blank pages in the beginning. So this is the planner I designed. It is available on Amazon if you are interested. Now, let's go ahead and dive into actually planning for 2023. So I am gonna start by filling out some of the kind of like month at a glance. So I'm gonna take a moment to write all those down, and then we will dive into my goals, I believe. Okay, I finished up my year at a glance with like birthdays and such and holidays. And now I'm going to work on my 2023 goals. My first goal is going to have to do with physical health of my body. I've had a difficult year in terms of I keep getting hurt. We have horses, so I have to often lift heavy things, bags of grain and pellets, 60-pound hay bales, stuff like that. And I'm consistently pulling my back and hurting my knee. And I'm just, I want to take better care of myself so that I am not hurting myself like that. So this is not going to be a super tangible goal, but I also think that many of my goals this year are going to be they are not something that's going to be easy to just say, oh yes, I definitely achieved that and check it off, but it's still important to me. So my first goal is to feel better in mind and body, and some of the steps are going to include yoga, number 1, yoga, meditation. I'm gonna turn this a little bit so I can write more comfortably. Okay, so we have here feel better in mind and body, and my 5 steps are yoga, meditation, standing while working, because of course I work from home at the computer. I usually work at the computer anywhere. Right now I'm at about 8 hours a day, I would say, and I'm trying to cut back on that. But standing while I work is really helpful for my body, and I do have a standing desk. I just need to use it more. So standing while working, taking walks. We live on a hill, and Greg and I have walked up that hill, like on our lunch breaks before, and it's really nice to get out in the fresh air and to get some exercise in the middle of the day. So taking walks, and then general mindfulness helps overall. It helps, if I'm mindful about how I'm moving my body, mindful about how much time I've spent on the computer, have I been keeping up with my yoga, things like that. How am I eating? How much water have I been drinking? So that, mindfulness in general is going to help my mind and my body. So that's going to be my first goal. I know it's not super tangible, but it is really important to me. It's time for a little tea break. My next goal is going to be a good one for probably most of us, and that is work-life balance. Now, if you have been following along on my channel and on my journey the past few years, you might know that really struggled with work-life balance for a couple of years. I was, you know, working 7 days a week. I was working until 9 or 10 at night. I was really getting burned out and overwhelmed, and since then I have been striving for work-life balance, and I have gotten much, much better. But there are still improvements that I would like to make. And some of the things I want to do include, again, I'm going to turn this just so that I can write a little bit easier. So for me, work-life balance might look like this. Aim for 6-hour work days. I used to have this really, again, I think a lot of us have this negative mindset of, you know, if I am not working a minimum of 8 hours a day, I must be lazy, you know, there's something wrong with me, I'm not working hard enough. But I now know what it's like to, you know, sit in front of a computer screen for 8 to 10 hours a day. It is difficult to sit there and stare at a computer screen for 8 hours. So I am going to be aiming for 6-hour work days. For me, that might look something like starting work at 9 and working 9 to 3 or 9 to 4 with an hour lunch. And then taking weekends off. This is something that thankfully I have done all year long. Schedule vacation, that is a big one. This year I forgot to schedule time off for Christmas and, you know, New Year's, so I am working all through the holidays. Granted, I am slowing down on admin work a little bit just to, you know, enjoy the holiday season, but I do want to actually schedule vacation for myself and then don't overbook myself. This is a big one, especially I think for a lot of freelancers. We have a tendency to want to say yes to every opportunity, yes to every client, and while I, you know, adore the clients that I work with, I still need to take care of myself, and that means not overbooking myself. I have done this way too much in the past, and I have learned that it's not a good thing. It's not a healthy thing to be, you know, overbooking myself when I know that I already have a full schedule. So those are the 4 things, and then I am leaving an extra little space here for anything else I kind of come up with. And now my next one is going to be, this is going to be a fun one, totally not like work related at all. All right, so if you have spent any time over on my second channel, you might know that I have been learning about gardening. And this past summer was my first summer gardening at our home, and it was so much more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I really struggled, not only with the elevation and the short seasons, but the wildlife ate almost all of my plants, and I just didn't know what I was doing at all. So going into this next year, a goal of mine is to learn more about and get better at gardening. Okay, so some of the things I'm going to do in an effort to learn more about gardening and get better at gardening include building a garden fence. This past year, the prairie dogs were the #1 problem. They ate almost every single sprout that came up. And I can understand why. I mean, who doesn't like organic baby sprouts? So the prairie dogs were a huge problem, the rabbits were a problem, and the deer were a problem. So I actually sat down this past fall and I put together a plan for a fence. I measured everything out, I priced it out, and now I have been saving up in order to be able to build a really nice garden fence this spring so that the animals can't get in there and eat all of my sprouts. Continue composting. I started a compost pile this past summer. It has not been going very fast, especially now that we are in the winter. It's like halted its production. But I want to continue composting. I want to move where my compost pile is as well. I want to try new seeds. Last year I did potatoes, romaine, and spinach, which all were successful. But then I planted carrots, which I didn't get any carrots. I planted sunflower seeds, and I tried basil, and that didn't work either. And then I want to start a garden journal so that I can jot down ideas, things that I learned, things that I want to try, stuff like that. So yeah, that's a really fun goal. And I am actually going to leave goals 4 and 5 empty because I don't want to kind of press myself to do all of them right now. I expect to probably come up with some other goals that are important to me over the year. So I'm gonna start with these 3. Okay, so I am going to leave this page empty for future use. And then I am going to do my social media trackers here. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this process, create my YouTube and Instagram trackers, and then I will check back in. Okay, so here we have my social media tracker. So I have 2 different YouTube accounts. My main is just here. Hi, I'm Natalia Lee. And then my second channel is Love Natalia, and that's where I put my lifestyle content, cooking content, horses, veganism, like all my other stuff that's not, you know, my main content goes over here on my Love Natalia. So I'm going to be tracking the number of videos posted every month, the number of subscribers gained, number of views, and any income I make. And then for my Instagram tracker, I of course have my main one, and then Enchanted Ink Publishing, my business, also has an Instagram. And I'll be tracking number of posts, followers, and the difference each month. So that is my little social media tracker. I am going to skip this. What I'm gonna do is flip back here to January, and I'm going to reference, so New Year's Day, of course, is on the 1st, and then my birthday, I turned 29 on the 13th. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight those here. I think I'm going to use this section to actually write down those relevant dates, the 1st and the 13th. And while, you know, if we flip to the habit tracker page, I'm gonna fill this out too. The habit trackers do have floral elements on them, but the rest of the pages, you know, each month does have a color scheme, but apart from the color scheme for the boxes, there are no other designs, and I did that mindfully so that I could actually come in with stickers and design it a little bit. I think I might like to use a feather. I just have like a booklet here where I keep all of my stickers. I think I'll probably use a unicorn sticker. I always like to use a unicorn sticker for my birthday. I've done that the past few years, so I'll do that. And I think I might cut out some of these. These stickers are the printables from Lil Bandits. I think, what is her company name? It's on one of these. Okay, sorry, we might be at a different angle now. My camera died, so I went and switched out the battery. But this is the company I was talking about, Print Petticoat Bandit. I have a lot of her stuff. And then these stickers are actually from Mandy Lynn Stone Ridge Stickers, and these are word count tracker stickers, and I wish I were writing right now so that I could be using these. But unfortunately, I'm not writing right now, so I haven't been using those, but these are beautiful stickers. She has a ton of beautiful stickers, but yeah, Print Petticoat Bandit, I like her stuff, and Mandy Lynn has great stickers as well. I think I'm probably gonna use one of these plant stickers on my gardening goal. I think that would be cute. So let's start with that and let's see how far I get. And I grabbed, in my office, I have a few of these happy planners. So I'll probably be using this one, and then I also went and grabbed some washi tape. Now let's go ahead and just do a little bit of decorating and put some stickers in here and see how it goes. Let's do this one. Okay, so I put down some stickers and washi for the month. I put down some stickers and washi for my birthday week. But let's go ahead and fill out my habit tracker as well. I've been pretty excited to migrate into this planner because of the habit tracker. I do not currently have a habit tracker in my 2022 planner, so I'm looking forward to this one. So my number one habit that I'm gonna put down for January is yoga, and not only because I want to be doing yoga, but also because Yoga with Adrian does a 30-day yoga challenge, 30-day yoga journey every January. So yoga is gonna be my first habit I want on here. I also want to start meditating for mental health. I know that I want to start journaling more often. You know, not only do I want to do reflections in this planner, but I also have a really nice journal that I've had for many years, and I want to be journaling more frequently, not just when big things happen, but all the time, because you know, I want to not only keep track of what's going on in my life, but I also think it's a good way to practice that mindfulness is to sit down and journal, even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes in the evenings. So I'm gonna put that on here too. I'm just gonna start with these three: a yoga practice, meditation practice, and journaling. So that was a little peek at my 2023 planner. I know that the cover is super reflective, so it's hard to see, but again, to just do a little flip through here. Hello 2023, a quick year at a glance. We have our month at a glance. The goals page I'm very excited about. We have a really fun, colorful YouTube and Instagram tracker. I put a little pig here in a flower crown because this little piggy is so cute. It was just calling out for a space on this page. And then a couple more blanks. We go into January. I went ahead and highlighted the important days. And then we go right into monthly planning with habit tracking and our weekly spreads. All right, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a really good time planning in this planner. The pages are thicker than I thought they were going to be. There really isn't bleed through the pages. They're pretty much the same. It's the same amount of like bleed through the pages that I get in all of my other planners and journals, you know, my bullet journals and such. So this went really well. I absolutely love how simple it was to plan in here. You know, given the fact that I have everything laid out already, I don't have to draw boxes anymore. I don't have to draw out habit trackers. And I used to do that years ago when I first started bullet journaling, but you know, now this past year, I haven't really been doing that. So I didn't feel that I needed a totally blank planner. And I really like that this one has both dotted pages, blank dotted pages, and you know, pages that are already set up, like the goals page, for example. So anyway, I am looking forward to diving into this in January. I hope you enjoyed this planner video. If you think that this planner will be helpful to you, I will link it down below. Like I said, it is available on Amazon now. All right, I will see you in my next video. Bye.